Hello, hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. Greetings, I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic and intuitive reader and fellow Scorpio. So this is your weekly reading for the 16th through the 22nd, or whenever you come across this message, it's meant for you. We've got some big events happening this week. We've got the summer solstice, longest day of the year, a time when we are releasing the last 6 months of reflection, and we are heading into being energized by the sun's energy, propelling us forward after a time of rest. So this is being recorded. I have actually been shuffling these cards, but I'm going to keep shuffling because I don't feel like that one was it. This is being recorded on the 12th. And so technically right now, depending on when you're watching this, you may be feeling a bit more tired, a bit more like a period of almost Knight of Pentacles is what I'm seeing, halt, right? Where you're reviewing and revising. But that's because in this next coming week, right, as we approach the solstice, on the solstice and moving forward, you can expect to find yourself being more energized, having more ideas, more pivoting, and you can expect to pivot again later on as we approach August. But let's stick to this week ahead. All right, guys, let's keep going. Spirit, what can you show me, please? We're going to do a general spread, then we'll look at your finances and relationships. Okay, Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So let's look at that. Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So Scorpio, I have this sense that you might be feeling a little bit like, lost, right? A little bit of like needing more direction. Maybe you had been very focused on a vision for some time and then you pivoted. That is happening in my own business. So you could... As I say that, 9 of Wands shows up. So actually 3 cards came through, just for the record: Hanged One, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. This is in fact what the energy of Scorpio is right now. It's a lot of exhaustion. I've come and I've done so much work, and now you feel like it might not be exactly what you're meant to do. Maybe you've put a lot of time, energy, and effort into something or even someone, and that will unfold as I go through the cards. But it's almost like, Scorpio, don't give up, because Spirit has a plan. Spirit absolutely has a plan, and this is number 35. So let's break down the numerology of this card. So 3 is a number of self-expression and creativity, and just allowing yourself to be unique and expressing what is within you outside of you. And number 5 is a number of adventure and change and being adaptable. So there's something here about perhaps you were on a nearly perfect track for yourself, but there is some pivoting that has to do because you need to be more unique. You need to express yourself more, and it's going to be an adventure getting there. So I feel like Spirit has a plan for you that's going to allow you to be your best self in all areas of life. Right? I feel like there's a lot of balance moving forward. Also keep in mind that this full moon on the 21st, like I said, is in our 3rd house. So a lot of communication. This is also communication having to do online as well. So, hey, remember how the 7 of Pentacles, I saw that with the Hanged Man, the 7 of Pentacles comes out again. I love when that happens, right? So 7 of Pentacles is everything I've done. Is this worth it? Am I putting my energy in the right places? So I feel like the next 6 months is going to show you that, yes, every step that you take has been intentional, Scorpio. And even if it doesn't land you in your original vision, the Fool card pops out with emphasis. You start over. And things become better and brighter because now you have some experience behind you in whatever it is that you've been working on. Right, whatever plan. So we're going to clarify these, but whatever thing you've been doing, maybe some of you have been really reflecting on maybe taking a course of study, going back to school, or even just learning how to do something that you enjoy. Maybe you've always wanted to crochet. I don't know. And this is the time where you say, I'm actually going to pick that up. you never know. You might make, some money on the side starting a channel about your hobby. And I talk about that a lot because, this is a time of getting creative and expressing yourself. And you'd be surprised what it is that people are interested in. I mean, think about some of the things that you watch when your spare time, right? This is great news, Scorpio. So the Nine of Wands is being clarified by the World card. The World card is Saturn energy, so we're going to talk about that. But the World card is a card of completion. Like, you have really done it at this point. You've completed that cycle of bad relationships or friendships that were unfulfilling or a job that was taking away your vital life energy force, right? We all have been entrapped in that false matrix where we believe, right, that we have to work harder than anyone else to get to the top. And I think that things are starting to change, right? It's not okay to work 70 hours a week. That's not okay for us. But depending on how old you are, especially my age, right? Midway there, it definitely was the expectation. So I think that times are changing and it's going to allow more balance for us. That is a lot of the focus that comes with that Capricorn energy. It's about, because Capricorn also ruled by Saturn. Yes. That's correct, right? Yes, I have that. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Sorry, a little bit of brain fog. I had to double check in my mind. But yeah, and this is also number 21. 21 reduces to 3. We're back to the self-expression. This is a new you. I feel like you're going to introduce to the world. This next half of the year is how it's coming through. And the Saturn energy is going to have you really like working for it. You want this, Scorpio, you're going to have to work for it. It might not be the way you want, but it's going to be the best plan ahead available to you. So let's see. Why the Seven of Pentacles? All right, 2 cards flew out, and I'm going to take them to clarify that. 3 cards. So let's see what this is. The Hanged Man came out again. Remember, that came out in the very first shuffle. And that's about taking some time and looking at things maybe from a different angle so that you can succeed. We've got the Death card, Scorpio energy, about the death and rebirth, the rebuild. And then we've got the 3 of Wands. So I feel like clarity comes this week, to be honest with you. After the solstice, I would say as we approach the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday so what would that be? The 20th, 21st, 22nd? That's telling me that this is when you're going to start to see some benefits from the work you've been putting in. It might very well be that you get some direction, a download about this plan that Spirit has. Whew, it's coming through. Sorry, guys. So I forgot to mention that 35 reduces to 8, and this is about abundance. 8 is a number of abundance. And money, things coming into material form. And I feel like you're going to start to get your marching orders, so to speak, this week. It could come through the form of dreams. It could come through even synchronicities. You may be seeing lots of numbers. And as a matter of fact, I'm looking at 21 and 12. So, we talk about those being butterfly numbers or portal numbers. It's one number reflected the same on the other. And that tells me that you are in that liminal space of creation. So we've got the Death card, 3 of Wands, Hanged Man, clarifying the 7 of Pentacles. We're going to take it because that Death card is about the rebuild and the rebirth of you. And it's also, Scorpio, you showing up in your own reading, which makes these 2 cards even more significant. When you have the 3 of Wands, I want you to take a good look at this. This is the original, not the original, but the Rider-Waite deck. And you see these 3 staves, they're planted firmly in the ground. And that's saying that now there's direction. Now there's purpose. Now there's no stopping you. This next 6 months ahead after the solstice is going to put you on the right path. You will meet up with Saturn's energy again as we are closer, like I said, August, September. And there might be again this pattern might show up for you again, but it's okay because it won't be like you're starting all the way over. It's just about taking the tools, looking at where you've come, what you've learned, and pivoting to make your life easier. It's going to be a lot about the technology is going to allow you to pivot in a way that's more, comes with ease. Right, starting a new career, starting your own business, multiple streams of income, new forms of money and investments, that will all be accessible before the end of this year. All right, so why the Fool card? Let's clarify the Fool card, please. Too many? Thank you. Sorry, guys. I did see the devil energy show up, so we're going to just put that at the bottom just in case. But that would, again, Saturn showing up, and it's also about releasing false beliefs. And that could be exactly why you're starting over, right? You recognize that you don't have to do things in business the way it had been done by others. Why the Fool card, please? Jeez. With umph, Two of Pentacles. Fascinating, because I will tell you why. When I was looking at this card, this reduces to 8. 8 is basically a lemniscate on its side. And here we are. And I actually thought of the Two of Pentacles when I saw that card because of the symbolism. This is one of the few cards, right, that is not major arcana that has, it might be the only one that has the lemniscate on there. And with the Two of Pentacles, it's saying two things. One, this is about balance. This is about creating a life where you are really able to enjoy all spectrums of the experiences you're meant to have. You're not just focused on work. You're not just focused on relationship. You're not just focused on your healing. We're meant to do more than just heal, revise, and repeat. So this is telling me that you are ready to take the bull by the horns. Go forward, but you're going to do so, and you're going to enjoy this experience, which is something that Scorpios, sometimes we forget to do it, right? We get so micro-focused, and it's like nothing can tear us away from our mission, so to speak. So this is interesting energy that we're working with. And comment below. Let me know if you guys are feeling that resting period, if you happen to be catching this before the solstice on the 20th. All right, so now let's take a look at our finances this week. Let's pull 2 cards to set the theme, please. What do we have for our finances this week? And again, we're going to do the same thing. 3 cards and to clarify. All right, so we've got 1. I've got make it work. Let's see, it says you have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems. Interesting. Okay. That's definitely Saturn coming through, right? You have to put in the effort. And I'm seeing 8 of Wands. You have to put in the effort, take the action. This says great match. You are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. Grow your own business. You can do it, right? It may seem unattainable, but we are not living in the same world we grew up in. We're not. And there is a path ahead. You do have to put in the effort. You have to make it work. And you have to be adaptable. That right now is the major theme for you, Scorpio. You know how we get. We're super creative. And especially if you're a little neurodivergent like me, right? You are definitely super creative. And so we get these ideas and they're amazing. And then it's like we run out of steam because they are so big and it can be difficult to build on your own. However, this is a time of collaboration and a time of working with others and co-creating. So things will get easier for you. So keep pounding away at that vision. Just be adaptable and be realistic with what you can do on your own. And when you can incorporate others, do. We've got the Knight of Wands. This is a card of adventure and moving forward. This is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. Fire sign energy as well. This is basically saying, you're going to move full steam ahead. Let's see how this works out. And guys, the Chariot card came out. Talk about full steam ahead. These 2 cards are some of the fastest cards, right? So the victory, Chariot card is a card of victory. It's also a card of taking control. So you see here where it says make it work, right? You will have a path placed in front of you, more than one, right? Because our paths to success, Scorpio, are many. Their paths are many and they are brightly lit, but it is up to you to put one foot in front of the other and take action. And I feel like whether you like it or not, action's coming your way this week. When it comes to your finances, this is one about you taking control. You might have to really, I'm getting a couple of things coming through. One is some of you may have shared resources, whether it's current or in the past, that may rise this week as something you need to address. So this is just a ping, and it's not going to resonate with everyone, but it's coming through for, like, example. Let's just say you were in a relationship with someone and that relationship ended long ago. An old bill might come up from that with your name attached. The same thing with a family member or a relationship. Something comes up financially where it's like, you have to take care of it, and it's going to be up to you to handle it. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If it happens, again, not for everybody. Also, the Knight of Wands is all about doing something, going against the grain, even if it's, this is really just saying, I'm going to do it. Screw it. What's the worst that can happen? Type of energy. And then the Chariot card is number 7, and it is a card of victory. It's also, ruled by the moon, Cancer, right? It's Cancerian energy ruled by the moon. And with this full moon coming up, this might be the time that you start to see a pivot. All right, so I saw the 5 of Pentacles, but we're going to put that back. But the 5 of Pentacles would signify, like, don't lose hope. Also, if you're going to be in a position where you're interviewing, right, this week, it's going to be about leading with your strengths, right? That's one of the things with the 5 of Pentacles. But also the Star card comes through. So like I said, with this full moon being in the third house ruling communication, short trips, things like that, neighbors, siblings, all that. Take that how it resonates. But in terms of your money, this could really be about an online platform taking off unexpectedly out of nowhere. And it might not be with the original content you started making. There's something to that I'm feeling. But the Star card is about your wishes being granted, and also about you being vulnerable. That's where you've got to put the work in, to be honest. That's how it's coming through. Whatever it is that you're doing for money, if you want to move forward, get promoted, go viral, you want to really be recognized for your work, it's going to happen, but you're going to be recognized not so much for your work, but for you. You are the brand, you are the tool. And I feel like this is that thing where you get recognized because you're authentic, Scorpio, and you put 110% into your product, whatever that is. And this is about recognition. Also, number 17, a couple of things. This is literally the card that comes in after the Tower moment. So Spirit's reminding me that if you've been going through a shift in resources, a shift in business plan, a shift in, you name it, that has to do with the material, your home, your car, all those things, this is the hope after the Tower. It's literally the card that comes after the Tower. And it ruled by Cancer. Cancer's very steady energy as well. They are a water sign, but they're very steady. Their home comes first. So this number 8, and again, it reducing to 8 is about your money, your material, what it is that you have here. And this is about you getting what it is that you want, wish fulfillment. This is interesting. You know, in this card, you know, she's nude at the water, and she has 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water, and she's alchemizing that energy. And actually, I want to talk about that because, Scorpio, there's something here about having others, the opinions of others come into your career sector. So I'm not sure if it's that you've been dealing with people saying, hey, Scorpio, that might not be the best idea for you, or, you know, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like I feel like somebody might be, let me put it to you this way, Scorpio. Just remember that when people come at you with their opinions, and especially if they're not staying in their lane and you didn't ask them for their opinion, a lot of times they're coming and projecting their own fears into a conversation, right? They're reflecting to you what's their barrier, and that's not for you. It's their opinion and it's their business. So I just want to remind you that when energy comes your way that you didn't request and it's just coming at you, you have 3 options, right? You can absorb the energy and become part of that problem. You can engage in that mindset, and you can be in it with that person for as long as you want, because I guarantee you that person will always have some bullshit for you to engage with, always. So that's number 1. The second option is you can reflect it. You can take your energy and say, nope, I'm like a mirror. It goes right back to you. Enjoy. But then you never know how that's going to turn out. How much energy is it taking of you to give it back to them, right? It's almost revengeful sometimes. I'm not saying there's not a time and space for it. I'm saying be mindful of how often you do that. Option number 3, what do you do when somebody comes at you with their bullshit? You alchemize that energy. You don't absorb it. You don't reflect it. You transform it into something that's going to work for you. So somebody wants to send you evil eye, bad energy in your work, in your money, that old bill comes up and you're looking at this like, what? You say, okay, all right, this is my time to take this energy and transform it into something that's going to work for me. And that is the magician energy. That's when you really start seeing things happen in your life, because it's you know that movie The Matrix, when he just and then just manipulates the energy when it comes at him. It's that kind of vibe. All right, so Knight of Wands is being clarified by the 5 of Cups. Interesting. So 5 of Cups, again, another number 5, making some changes, but also this is about turn around and see what it is that you already have. If you've been making changes in your career or considering it, this could be a lot of the 3 of Cups right here. They're spilled. You're wondering, man, what else do I have to do to make it happen? Look, there has to be a time where you just cut bait. Sometimes it's not for you. Sometimes that platform's not going to grow the way you want it to in that moment, because we go back to Spirit has a plan. Right? There might be a better path ahead for you. Sometimes you don't get that raise you wanted because that's not the place for you, and Spirit's trying to give you the little nudges you need to take that pivot. So it's about turning around and looking at what you have and working with that. Alchemize the energy. Don't spend all your time on this 3 of Cups trying to fix it, right? Trying to make it happen when it's not meant for you, or spending your time like trying to absorb it, all of that. Instead, turn around, look at these 2 full cups, and what's over here, you alchemize it to fill these 2 cups, right? You take that energy and you turn it into something useful. So why the Chariot card? The 6 of Wands. So this is victory. These are 2 cards of victory, Scorpio, and this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing when you just release, when you release the idea that it should be, or it could be, it would be. Spirit saying, nope. What is it? What is it? Be in the moment. Be in the moment and you will be successful. What is it that you really want? What makes you happy? And lead with that, because then everything else follows. And for those of you that are like, Stasi, this is not helpful. I'm looking for a job. I'm looking, I need money now. I don't need happy. I need money. I would say to you, why do you need money? And start alchemizing energy towards that. Why do you need money? Stability. A roof over your head, safety. So instead of focusing on the money, focus on the root cause of what you need and get in that frequency. That is how you attract that job. That's how you attract that, friend that says, hey, I have an opportunity for you. You want to come on my channel? Like, there's things that will work out for you because you are really, you're asking for the right thing. It's not wrong to ask for a job. No, it's not wrong to ask for money. No. But what is the more brightly lit path is to ask for example, security, safety, ease. And then that does actually, in this density, include our finances. So I hope that makes some sense for you. All right, so why the Star card? It's almost like when you're manifesting, you've got to ask the 5 whys, Oh, Spirit, I want money. Why do you want it? Well, because I don't want to worry. Why don't you want to worry? Because I want to be secure. Why do you want to be secure? I didn't have that when I was a child. Why didn't you have that? And it goes back to that. And you find that root cause and you manifest and work with that frequency, that energy, and it will align you with the rest of this. Interesting. So a couple of things. I just saw the Tower card, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. I got to tell you, I feel like some of you are going to have an issue at work. And this comes up for us quite a bit, and where there's like an issue at work that you might need to get a third party involved, or like an issue with a client where you're not seeing eye to eye. I have with the Tower coming through and the 3 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, this could even be a creative difference at work, but I feel like ultimately, if you stick to your, I don't want to say stick to your guns, but because the point here is to be adaptable, but if you stick to your truth is what I'm saying. I feel like you're going to be very successful in like conquering this miscommunication, so to speak. It's almost like somebody doesn't have the full this is what it is, Scorpio. You might run into somebody this week when it comes to your money, your resources, and it doesn't have to be at work, because this could be if you are waiting for an inheritance, a settlement, all kinds of financial things fall under this. And I'm feeling like there could be a disruption with that Five of Wands that's about what's the word I'm looking for? Like competition and like bickering. It's nothing, you know, you've got people fighting with sticks. This is not mastermind, but it's coming through with the Tower card, and it tells me like it's almost like you didn't expect to hear this from this person. And I just heard the funniest thing. I just heard et tu, Brute, you know, and that's from Shakespeare. So that tells me that this is a surprise. Like this might even be a friend or someone you consider a friend who doesn't have all the pieces of the puzzle and wants to speak on what they think they know. Interesting. I feel like you're going to have to greet this with a little bit of compassion. I feel like this person, you stand in your truth. They don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. That's the best thing I can say. And now you see them for who they are. Okay, moving on. So why the Star card? Four of Swords. That's great. So the Star card, again, wish fulfillment and just the light after the Tower. And the Four of Swords is about a time of rest and reprieve. And when it comes to your career and your money and your finances, is saying a little bit, I'm hearing like, relax, Scorpio. There's a plan in place. We go back to that koala spirit. There is a plan in place. And if you are feeling block one after the other, it's because this is not for you. And that can be hard to accept when you are in the reality, right, where you need your finances to pan out. But I'm just saying, be adaptable. For right now, if you need to make adjustments to your finances, then do so. But this is a temporary adjustment. Things are moving forward with things working out in your favor. Again, that Tower card could be just a sudden disruption in what you believe to be true, right? Because that is what happens before the Star card. It's just a matter of saying to yourself, wow, this came out of nowhere. This opportunity, this financial release. And I'm also hearing that some of you may come into an inheritance being finalized. I don't see that you're getting the money this week, but I see that the hold up, whatever that is cleared up this week. Specifically, what I heard is that if you're waiting for someone to sign their portion of the contract, that will happen this week, but still the money won't come until maybe July, early August. There's something about it being a trust. Take that how it resonates. All right. So in terms of relationship partnerships, what do we have here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? And if you are a cross watcher, welcome. But remember that these energies may be shifted. Two cards. Okay. This reads innocence and hope. Well, this is really a cute card. Let me show you. This card reads innocence, and if you can see, it's two children just giving each other an innocent peck. So you may be actually finding someone that either you knew in childhood, so we'll see if we get the Six of Cups, but someone that you knew from the past, or even like a soulmate, you know, like a recognition when you see them, and it's like you get that butterfly, and I actually just saw butterflies, a pair of butterflies. So that might be something that that you see this week. If you see butterflies and you're meeting someone new, or you're just involved, and, you know, just see what the synchronicity there is. And this reads hope, right? Hope. So I do want to say this because I'm going to be doing, like I said, a separate video on the lunation. But with it being in our third house, I feel like if you are having a difficult communication with someone, so the example, a perfect example would be exactly what I saw in your career sector, right? With your finances. It's like an unexpected ouch, right? Somebody hurt you, and I feel like this might be an older wound. If that's the case, the Ace of Wands, so that is a new adventure. And when it comes in relationships, and if you're single or open relationship, whatever, this could be a new sexual partner coming through. So we'll clarify to see if that turns into anything. But what I was saying, let me see some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. So this has 5, and I can't tell what this is. Maybe ornaments. I can't see, but let's just pretend they're pentacles. This has 5 pentacles or something like that on this tree. And again, 5 is a number of change and being adaptable. But when you pull the 5 of pentacles, it's saying like, keep hope, right? There's better options ahead. And I feel like many of you are exhausted if you're single of dating and the options that have been placed in your algorithm, right? It's like, where do I meet people? Where do I find someone that I can match with energetically, physically? And I feel like better days are ahead. And then I see the 7 of Cups fly out. And so I feel like you guys are going to have options, more than one suitor coming towards you. I don't foresee necessarily you being thrilled with all your options, but I feel like one stands out for sure. This is also feeling like a past, maybe not someone that you know from like a past life connection. Interesting. Death card. You could be attracting another Scorpio. God help us. I don't know. As a matter of fact, I just met a Scorpio, so you could be attracting another Scorpio. Or this just could be about you changing the way you see relationships and what you want out of a relationship. So let's see how that works out for you. All right, so let's go ahead and keep pulling. One moment. Interesting. I just saw the 10 of Pentacles. So I'm going to take that because it flew out. And you know I've been shuffling and shuffling. So this 10 of Pentacles is wish fulfillment, which is funny because you've got it in the Star card. And it's coming through with your Ace of Wands. If you're looking for a serious connection, Scorpio, you may actually be on the brink of finding that person. If you're already in relationship, I feel like it's going to go next level because this is this transformation card. So we'll see. Why the 7 of Cups with... Why the 7 of Cups? Seven of Cups comes through with the 4 of Cups. Yeah, I'm telling you, I feel like Scorpio, you guys are, we all, right? Those of us that are on the search, either you're hunting or you're being hunted. It's exhausting. And there's this energy here of like, where is my person? And it's not just romantic. Like, where's that friend that likes to do the weird shit you like to do, right? Where's your online community? Where are your subscribers? Where are the people you want to subscribe to? This is all about breaking out of your algorithm, whatever that looks like today, right? Literally the Death card, break out of that algorithm and start looking for things that you might not have normally looked for, right? Look for somebody that's a little bit older or younger, a little bit further, or maybe closer, just a little bit different than what it is that you've been involved with, because I feel like that's where you're going to find more opportunity. And Spirit says, stop worrying about what used to be. Stop worrying about how difficult it's been or these past relationships, because I do feel like you're going to get a ping, right? Like something from someone in the past, and it might bum you out. And I don't feel like it's going to be something where it's not a, what's the word? I've got a couple of things coming through. For some of you, you're going to hear from someone from the past, but it's not going to be like, hey, I miss you, or let's get together. It's going to be like about a bill, about property, something, right? A business transaction. And you're just going to be like, what, this again? So I'm hearing that. The other thing is that for some of you, you might get a ping, right? So someone might say to you, hey, Scorpio, it's been a long time. You know, I haven't seen you since high school, whatever. And they might want to hang out. That's what I'm hearing. So 1 second. All right. And then why the Scorpio energy? And I'm just going to say something because I just saw it. When I picked up this deck, 6 of Cups was at the bottom. So I'm not making this up. Some of you are definitely going to hear from somebody from your past. For some of you, it's literally a business transaction. Like an attorney calls you about your ex-husband or wife. You've got to do something contractually with your custody schedule. It's that simple. It's a pain in the ass, but you get through it. Some of you are going to be hearing from someone, like I said, and here that is right here. So things coming full circle or someone from the past. And that's the card I said I predicted seeing when I pulled this. So see how that resonates. And I don't know that I actually said this, but I meant to, and I got a little sidetracked. with this full moon energy, this would be a time that if you're having difficult conversations with someone, greeting it with compassion, you're going to be able to finesse your words better to either let someone down, because some of you might be saying, no, I don't think so, or not to be angry when that bill comes up, something like that. Also, decisions made during this time, this full moon, Capricorn is about longevity. So it's very possible that whatever it is that takes flight for you and in the next, few months is going to grow legs and be here for quite some time. So if you are starting a relationship, if you're starting a new path with your finances, if you're moving, things like that, this is going to be something that grows legs. This becomes stability for you. I say that, and the King of Pentacles comes through. Interesting. So one moment, that was too many cards, so I can't take it. So show me again why the Death card, why Scorpio energy. Thank you. Two of Swords. Okay. You're going to have to make some decisions, Scorpio, for sure. This Two of Swords, when it comes to your relationships, you might be approached by at least one suitor who wants to take it to the next level. What do you want to do? And this is going to be a week of what are you going to do? This energy that's coming through with this Capricorn full moon is going to have you releasing some things, because whatever you were manifesting with that Gemini new moon, you need the energy to make it happen. And so there is a release here of, it's more or less like a belief about relationships, and not even a person. It might be a person if you're not single, or if you want to expand your relationship circle more. But this is something about like releasing an idea that no one's out there for you, or that you can't get anybody better than whoever you were with last, or you're not worthy, or you're not that, whatever it is that you're telling yourself. This is about release all of that, because this is a transformation, and so you're not the same as you used to be. So the people you used to attract, you still might be attracting some of that vibe, and that's not for you anymore. So this is about cutting bait and releasing that past belief, right? Relationships are not necessarily 50-50, but you hear that all the time. And it makes some of us fixed signs a little bit less willing to work with others. We expect you to meet me where you are. Or no, you expect people to meet you where you are. Yeah. And so there's an energy here of like learning to compromise a little bit more, having a little bit more balance, going after some things that maybe, like I said, you wouldn't have in the past, because this moon, the moon behind her signifies that she doesn't always see everything right away. And you need to make a decision about which way you want to go. And you've changed so much. This is a time of just sitting in it and saying, okay, well, how do I want my relationships to look in my friendships, at home, right? What do you want your house to look like when you walk in the door? What is it now? Is it quiet? Is it lonely? Is it loud? Is it, whatever it is, this is saying there are better paths ahead. And you have to make some decisions about balancing things differently. And you have to focus on the fact that, not every experience you're going to have is going to be like the last, yet still take the lessons with you as you move forward. So ultimately, there is new opportunity ahead here for you in relationship. And I feel that this relationship would grow legs. This is going to be something that would actually put you in a position to maybe even be more financially stable than you had been in the past. And I'm not sure what that looks like, Scorpio, but I would say this, because that message did come through clearly. No matter what resources you or your partner have, when you enter into a contract or a relationship, make sure that your finances are protected as well as that of your partner, and just take that as it resonates. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at what energies you'll be dealing with this week. These cards are going to give us two opposing energies, and it's going to basically tell you, you'll see. You'll see, Scorpio. All right, show me the shadow work for Scorpio this week, please. Number 36. it reduces to 9, the completion of a cycle. The energies here read gratitude and indulgence. So let's go ahead and look at that card. Gratitude and indulgence. So a couple of things. One, gratitude. Let's look at this. This 5 of Cups is a lot about gratitude, believe it or not. Because what's happening is this person's very upset about what they're not getting, right? Like, I didn't get what I wanted, but they're not showing gratitude for the 2 of Cups here. And that in itself creates a block for what your manifestations are, 100%. Because Spirit wants gratitude. Spirit wants to hear, thank you, I appreciate it, or no, I didn't get my way. And instead of throwing a tantrum, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to be thankful for what I have because gratitude's the right attitude. And with that frequency, I will attract new opportunities and wish fulfillment. And that's 100% true. It's also about balancing your gratitude for something with indulgence. Don't overdo anything. Have things in balance, right? Again, 9 is a number of completion. And, this is really, if you see this card, this person is almost struggling with 2 sides of themselves. So I also heard be grateful for your physical vessel and release anything that you are using as a vice, anything that you're indulging on. Too much of anything is too much and can get you off track. So I think your spirit work or your shadow work for this week is going to be about being grateful for the life that you have, being grateful for your body and the condition that it's in, whatever that looks like for you, and knowing that making different decisions, right, 2 of Swords, allows for transformation, allows you to release vices, Capricorn, Devil card energy, and put you in a place of achievement and success, Star card. All right, so now as we are winding up, let's look and see what we can manifest with this energy of this week. I love this. The other thing is Capricorn energy sometimes can get a bad rap, but the other thing Capricorn energy is good for is it can help you ground your many ideas into something that you can work with, right? And it will help you achieve anything because it is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn will have you doing the work, but it will give you the reward. That's the other thing. You're not, when you learn to work with the energies, you start to understand, okay, I'll give you what you want because I know you'll reward me. Okay. This says, I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Right? Get out of the energy of woe is me. Stop lamenting about the past, especially right now, because we're all taking a pivot that was super unexpected. It's not just me. It's not just you. I'm telling you, I'm tapped into the Scorpio energy. We're all pivoting. We got news we didn't expect, but it's allowing for opportunity. The roadblocks that we've wanted to break all year long, it's almost like I'm seeing a wrecking ball. I'm seeing a wrecking ball come through and just paths clear, which means you're already in the mindset of being adaptable and pivoting. It's going to go really, really good for you. So decide to recalibrate your energy and commit to love and joy, Scorpio. I love this for us. I think that we're going to have some unexpected things come our way, but not completely unexpected. Nothing that's going to take us off balance. It's going to be like, that pain in the ass situation, or this person is acting out of character and I'm trying to be in my high vibes. So I'm going to, put some distance and greet it with compassion when it comes back around. You might be met with somebody from the past, either because it's an obligatory thing that has to be done, or it's, again, hey, Scorpio, haven't seen you in a while. Let's reconnect. You're going to have to make some decisions because you've changed a lot. If you invite this energy back into your life, what does it lead to? Is it still in alignment with who you are today? And those are the things that Spirit would want you to explore. All right, Scorpio, remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And until next time, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. I will be on live this Saturday, so just keep posted, hit that notification bell, share, like, subscribe. I'm looking to hit that 10K so I can get my plaque and put it in the wall behind me. I'm so appreciative for your time, and until next week, Scorpio, shine brightly.